This is a 70-kilometer-an-hour series highway in front of my house, full of tourism and locals. The cars never stop, and I was definitely running on emotions. It was pretty stupid to run out in the middle of this street to save this dog, but I had no choice. We just took in another rescue dog, and we were so excited because we fell in love. We failed, and I had big plans of my next YouTube video being all about how we fell in love with her. And I will tell you her name, but now something has totally wiped that off the map. Road there are tour buses. This is not a lot of traffic. It's normally car after car. We just caught a loose dog. I see you, darling. And hi, honey. It's only by the good grace of God that we had this kennel for our latest foster, and she didn't like it. So we put it on the deck on Facebook. I've been begging people, hi, honey. Hi, darling. Hello, my sweetheart. Yeah, absolutely not. I've got it everywhere on social media that I think of. I'm not a guru. I'm not a guru. But she's only little and she's scared. She had no collar. That's our collar that we put on her. She's so sweet. I know, honey, I'm trying to help you. But I'm angry because nobody's reaching out. I'm all over social media. I'm all on Facebook. I know, darling. And I'm so nervous to bring her in our house, but I also don't want to put her in a kennel. I don't. But she's so gentle. Look at this sweet thing. I know, sweetie. I know. I'm going to try to figure it out. If nothing else, I can't. Scott's in the house with our two dogs, and we have a fenced backyard. I know you want to run. I'm going to let her out there. I know. Oh my God. How do you not know your dog is missing? Right? I know. Good morning. So, this is an update on the dog that was in our kennel that was lost and I found on the Peggy's Cove Road. I'm actually videoing this on my front deck, which I never do because the traffic, as I'm sure you're going to be able to hear over the mic, is too aggressive. I want to address a couple things. My emotions were running high. Obvious, I'm sure you can tell. Sorry. Hence the reason my emotions were running high. Yes, with my recent failure as a foster mom and us falling in love with our rescue, I was already heightened. And then to have to run out into the middle of this road and put my own life on the line to save a dog, which didn't even occur to me. My husband was quite upset with me. Scott was pretty upset with me after I did what I did. So I was pretty jacked up in the first part of this video. And I wanted to give you a follow up because of my emotions, I was quick to judge. The owners did find me on social media in full panic. First, I want to thank everybody who shared it with, in under an hour, I had over 100 and some shares on Facebook alone. Then it went into other community groups. The reach was just beautiful. And this person wasn't on my Facebook. So it took that reach. It took that. So anybody, when you see a lost dog, please share those posts. Please share those posts because that's how this beautiful girl and her dad were reunited. Sorry, that would be the new member of the family voicing her opinion. Um, he probably drove way too fast. He was almost an hour away, and he got here in 40 minutes. So I don't want to know how fast he drove to get here and was profusely grateful. So Dogs bring out a lot of emotions in us. I know they do in me. And I know that comes from a place of love and caring. That's where my heart was that night. But I also want to recognize that sometimes we can jump to conclusions. And that's what I was doing after hearing this gentleman's story. This beautiful girl that we caught and had in the kennel, she's a bit of an escape artist. And her new trick has been to tear through the screens in the house to get out when he's at work. She has full reign, from my understanding, of the house, but probably anxiety or just sheer curiosity and wanting to get outside. She's been actually ripping through the screens. It had been 38 degrees with the humidity here that day. And in an act of kindness, he left windows open this much, and thought she couldn't get out. But lo and behold, accidents happen. And when I saw the concern and fear in his eyes, it felt like a reflection I could understand. So I am going to there's going to be a second part to this post. Um, but I just wanted to address that first because I think this video is important to put out, and I'm not going to cut and chop this one up either. It just is what it is. So there'll be a part two, and I'm excited about that part. I want to come back to the positive and tell you all the story of our new addition to our family and why we're so proud to have been foster fails. So as always, like, subscribe, you know the drill. I don't want to tell you what to do if you like the content. And if you're interested in hearing about our foster, the continuation of the story, I'm going to make it a two-part. So this is part one, and part two will be why we were having that yard sale and why we're having it again this weekend. All right. Much love from Nova Scotia. Thank you.